Welcome back to DMV Sports Zone.
Chased down by Beal in the corner for three, gets fouled and hits.
Welcome to DC.
Walker tied him out.
You know where you're at, the USA cap. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act on you gon' be right back. Well, we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. DC, the home of Chuck Brown. Oh, you don't know the sound? Well, let me break it down.
What's good, everyone? It's your boy Nazi with another video for the channel. Welcome back to DMV Sports Zone, and today I got your Day 14 recap of the Washington Commanders training camp period. And first off, there are no fans at practice today as the Commanders prepare to take on the Carolina Panthers in their first preseason game of their 3-game slate at 1 p.m. this Saturday, August 13th. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the preseason. I'm excited for the games to actually start. But before even getting into somewhat of a preseason preview, I do want to get to what happened on the field today. Once again, shout out to the John Kimes, Matt Perazes, and Zach Selby's of the world for all the great things you guys do to keep fans and fanalists like myself up to date on the Commanders and give me the ability to relay this information to all of you guys watching this. But so J.D. McKissic was back at practice today. Love to see that. J.D. McKissic, one of our unsung heroes on our offense. So was offensive guard Wes Schweitzer as well, who is going to, at the very least, be a solid backup for us, if not push for starting reps at right guard. We'll see if there's even much of a competition between him and Trey Turner there. But Curtis Samuel is also back there on the field. And for as much talk that we had about how whether Curtis Samuel would be a starter for us come week 1 of the regular season, per reports, he's going to be ready come week 1 of the preseason. And he's going to play. He's actually going to play in week 1 of the preseason against the Carolina Panthers. I'm excited to see him play. Obviously, we all love the traits that he brings, right? The athletic attributes. He's very shifty, great speed, great route running, plays bigger than his size, but we've always been worried about his injury concerns here in DC, and he likely will be playing against the Carolina Panthers in Game 1, and I'm excited to see that. I really am. In addition to Curtis Samuel, offensive tackle Cornelius Lucas was working on the side field and did some light work after being on the non-football illness list for the last couple of days. But Coach Rivera, as I said yesterday on my Instagram recap of Day 13, Coach Rivera is still confident that we'll see Lucas back on the field relatively shortly, and we hopefully will have him on the field because he is our swing tackle. He is the backup to a Sam Cosmi, to a Charles Leno, who last year, especially Cosmi, we saw got hurt, right? So swing tackle role is very important on our team. So hopefully Lucas will be back very shortly. And our tight end group was actually down to 4 again on the practice field, 4 guys. New tight end Eli Wolf was one of the 4, as well as Curtis Hodges, Armani Rogers, and Samus Reyes. Big yikes, because John Bates and Cole Turner, in my opinion, need to return ASAP because they are our tight end 1 and tight end 2, with Logan Thomas being out for at least the beginning part of the 2022 regular season. So hopefully they'll be back in no time, but that's our tight end group as is. And in terms of our receivers, I mentioned Curtis Samuel. He did make an acrobatic grab in the back of the end zone for a touchdown, a pass that was thrown a little high by Carson Wentz, but Samuel looks spry out there. Not only does he look spry, he looks like he can, jump up for the ball and doesn't look like he's gotten hurt over the course of the last couple of weeks during training camp. It's just been, once again, part of the plan, right? As Curtis Samuel and Coach Rivera like to talk about, to get him fully ready for week 1 of the regular season. So he looks healthy, and I'm excited, again, to see Curtis Samuel do great things for us. He is the X factor, once again, in my opinion, on this offense to really lift us to the heights that a lot of fans want us to go to. So, and then Jahan Dotson also caught a really pretty pass from Carson Wentz to the back of the end zone as well after a nice stutter step or two. So love to see what we're seeing out of our receivers. But some other interesting points from Day 14. So Coach Rivera did say on the punt returner competition in his post-practice presser, don't discount the opportunity to see Jahan Dotson back there returning punts. So I've been talking about the last couple of videos. I don't know if Jahan Dotson is going to be returning punts or returning kicks just because he was the 16th overall pick in the first round. That is a pretty premium draft selection to really trot out there, you know, every single time in terms of kick return and punt return duties. So, but Coach Rivera's not ruling that out. And honestly, again, maybe if we get into a situation like we had with Sean Jackson, right, where we're down 6 points and we need a spark in the return game, just like we trotted out Deshaun Jackson out there, but hopefully not like how we did it, because we saw what Deshaun Jackson did when he ran backwards and fumbled it, right, on that Monday Night Football game. That I was sick, like physically that day, just because I had a huge fever, but was even made more sick by that play. But hopefully not that sort of situation, but the role, right? Seeing Jahan Dotson come out there and return punts and return kicks when we need a spark in that aspect of the game. That might happen, and Coach Rivera, once again, is not ruling that out. Also, Coach Rivera talked about player availability for the preseason game number 1. I know a lot of fans were thinking about this or asking questions to me and others, but he did say the starters will play between 15 and 20 snaps versus Carolina. So he also said the starters, he want to see them handle situations, handle third down situations, red zone situations, and also wants to see how the starters handle the huddle as well. He just wants consistency overall among the starters, and I think 15 to 20 snaps is about right for the Carolina game. And Coach Rivera also explicitly said that he wants to see Sam Howell run a 2-minute drill during Saturday's game, and that Taylor Heinicke will play into the third quarter. So we'll see a little bit of Carson Wentz, but we'll see a good amount of Taylor Heinicke and Sam Howell. Ideally, like I said on Pedro's last live stream, ideally, I would want to see Wentz play 1 quarter, Heinicke play the second quarter, and then Howell play a half. But we might not see that come game 1, but we might see that maybe game 3, right? The last preseason game of this 3-game slate. But in response to a question about whether Ryan Kerrigan would stick around as a pass rush specialist coach for this team, especially after the firing on Tuesday of defensive line coach Sam Mills III, Coach Rivera said that Kerrigan is just trying to feel things out on the team. Right now, he's shadowing the coaches, but they're taking a wait-and-see approach. The team and also Ryan Kerrigan are taking a wait-and-see approach with that. So we shall see, man. I love Ryan Kerrigan. Again, I said this on a previous video, but Ryan Kerrigan's jersey was the only one that I was rocking for a good 5-6 years before this Terry jersey that I bought. Rookie year Terry jersey might be worth a lot down the line. That I bought a couple years ago. So yeah, I got a lot of love for Ryan Kerrigan, HB Kerrigan, and we'll see if he sticks around on our coaching staff. It wouldn't surprise me. And lastly, the local media is trying to find the transcript for the meeting that owner Dan Snyder had with the House Oversight Committee when he was giving testimony and stuff regarding the workplace culture of the Washington Commanders, and they still can't find it. So in other words, this is a messy situation all around. And we did see that little clip of Dan Snyder talking about how, you know, he does expect the stadium to be packed, and how he's excited to finally have a starting quarterback, a bona fide quarterback at the helm here in DC, which I don't know about that yet. The jury's still out on that. But yeah, so it's just a messy situation all around. Dan Snyder is here to stay, unfortunately. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the Day 14 recap for training camp of your Washington Commanders. And yeah, we're on to Carolina for game 1 of the 2022 preseason. I'm excited to see some guys out there on the field, some specific guys. I love what we've seen out of Jahan Dotson, and I want to see him actually get some real live game reps against Carolina Panthers. I want to see Carson Wentz as well in uniform for the first time for the Commanders, doing some good things. But yeah, on defense, Jamin Davis, we've heard mixed things at best, but probably not so great things about Jamin Davis over the last couple of weeks in training camp. I want to see him put some good film out there during game 1 of the preseason. And yeah, those are probably the 3 guys that I'm most looking forward to seeing. But I am looking forward to seeing Sam Howell, seeing if we do have somewhat of a quarterback of the future, or maybe at worst a trade piece down the line. And also am excited to see Brian Robinson out there on the field. You guys know how high I am on Brian Robinson. I mean, really, right after the draft, I was talking about how he was my favorite pick from the entire 2022 NFL draft for the Washington Commanders. So yeah, I'm excited to see him and what he does out there on the field. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So excited to see some of the cornerback play as well. And but But yeah, that's my thoughts on day 14 and somewhat of a preview for game 1 of the preseason. And please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the DMV Sports Zone channel, where we like to post fire content like this as much as possible. Also, go follow our Twitter page at DMV Sports Zone, Instagram page, all lowercase DMV Sports Zone, and our TikTok at DMV Sports Zone as well. And this has been your recap of day 14. And I will have a recap for the preseason game on Saturday. But yeah, with that being said, have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, and see you on the next one. Peace.